What's up, guys? Another reaction video, another uh animated reaction video. I know, I hate it. So this one is I find out my six daughters aren't mine. I revenge by dumping my cheating wife and adopting my girls. Okay, let's get right to it. This is 8 minutes 24 seconds. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm 35 years old. I'm going to tell you an unusual story regarding my family. Before that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to show your support to me. I've been married for more than 15 years now. I met my wife Sarah at my workplace. We instantly hit it off and started dating after a few weeks. There weren't many other complications, and we were both well settled, so we decided to get married early. Now here's the thing. After so many years of marriage, I have 6 daughters. Quite unbelievable, right? But whatever. I love all of my daughters so much and couldn't be happier to have them in my life. Everything was going perfectly for me, so perfectly that it seemed too good to be true. I'd been promoted over the years, and now I was at a high position in my company. Sarah had quit her job long ago. My job used to keep me busy, so I didn't really have much time to pay attention to my family. I think this is where everything went downhill. I had no idea of what was happening.
Keep putting the channel at risk, man, with all these freaking strikes and copyright issues and things like that. So we're gonna have to move all the lives to this channel. I'll be doing all the requests here. Um, I was fortunate and blessed enough to get it monetized, so we got that. What up, LILOXICLEAN? We got that. Yeah, man, we'll resume. Give me a few days. We'll be resuming back to our normal, regularly scheduled program. I'll be doing my versus battles here. What up, Sherelle? I'll be doing my versus battles here as well. Trying to. What up, Gracie? Adriana? Yeah, I feel like I ain't even left the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give it another day or so to kind of just keep willing everybody in here. I'm gonna have to do my best to get the. But we fucking went up like 70 subs today, so that let me know. What up, HMD? Did y'all get a notification for this live? Or did y'all just happen to be? Shout out to everybody who been sending out well wishes and your prayers and all that. Oh yeah, you got to know that right back. Yup. All right, good, good, good. All is well. To anybody who's been inquiring about my mom, she's fine.
Behind my
She's
back. I
still
barely got
okay.
time on the weekends to spend with my family.
At the worst of it,
Sarah took
nothing
advantage
bad.
of my absence and carried out her plan.
Massive blessing.
You must be confused as to what I'm talking about. So let me start from the point when I started having doubts. My eldest daughter, Elise, often used to mention this other guy who gave her a lot of presents. Is he your friend? I asked her one day. Or someone
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna cut
like?
that out.
What?
Sorry.
No, she quickly replied. Gosh, Dad, he's too old. And he's Mom's friend. Oh, where did you meet him? I frowned. He comes here often, she shrugged. I guess you've never met him because he only stops by when you're not around. Well, that was enough to set off my warning bells in my head. Sarah had never mentioned any such friend to me. I mean, she didn't have to, but this guy sounded hella suspicious. He sounds like a nice guy, I said to Elise. Can you call me the next time he's here so I can meet him? Sure, she replied. I hope he brings me the latest iPhone that I mentioned last time. What? I exclaimed. He gives you such expensive things? Yep, she nodded. He seems pretty rich to me, though I wonder what his job is and why he's so free to visit us all the time. Now this was serious. I asked Sarah what this was all about, and she just treated it very casually. Why are you getting so worked up? He's just an old friend who likes giving us presents, she said. There's not much to it. Something told me that arguing with her wasn't going to do any good. So I decided to meet this generous, so-called friend myself. Elise called me a few days later to inform me of his arrival. I left my office and rushed home. Sarah gasped when she opened the door for me. Well, what are you doing here? She asked in shock. I forgot a file in my room. I lied. But why are you so flustered? Is something wrong? I walked past her without waiting for her to reply and found a very familiar man sitting in the living room. He seemed equally surprised to see me. Kevin? I asked hesitantly. He nodded slowly. Kevin was my subordinate at the company. Both of us had started working at the same time, but he hadn't been able to make much progress. It made sense that Jessica knew him because she used to work with us too. But the puzzling thing was the fact that Kevin was nowhere near as loaded as Elise had mentioned. As a matter of fact, he was under a lot of debt, and he usually slacked off at his job too.
Bad.
So this is where you spend your time when you should be working instead? I asked him. I was just, he started but was cut off when Sarah stepped in. I called him, she said. He's a really good friend of mine, and the kids like him a lot. Is that so? I raised an eyebrow. Where do you get the money to buy these expensive things, Kevin? He didn't reply. Dad, why are you being so rude? Elise intervened. He's such a nice person. Look, he even bought me this iPhone today. Nice person, my foot. Something was really fishy here, but I decided not to humiliate him in front of the kids. I went back to the office. It was clear to me that Sarah was hiding something from me. And of course, she wasn't going to tell me, so my other option was to find out for myself. I decided to keep tabs on her for a week. When she said that she was going shopping with her friends, I discreetly followed her. As I suspected, she was meeting with Kevin. Not just that, she even gave him the money that she had brought for shopping. So this is where he was getting all that money to buy those expensive gifts. Basically, this guy was using my money to impress my daughters. Wow, people these days. It became clear to me after a week that Sarah was cheating on me with Kevin, and it seemed like she wasn't even bothering to hide it anymore. She was clearly dropping all the hints. I was worried about the kids. They were going to be really upset if they got to know about this. But still, it was better not to drag out the inevitable anymore. I decided to talk to Sarah one day when the kids weren't at home. I had taken early leave from the office. As soon as I entered the house, though, I heard Sarah's voice coming from the bedroom. It seemed like she was talking to someone on the phone. Of course, it seems like he's finally caught on, she was saying. It won't be long now before he asks for a divorce. And then,
Like, why wouldn't he, budge in, and like say, hey, we're not gonna talk anymore. We're just gonna divorce, and then yeah, like why would he like budge in and then do that type of stuff, bro? Like, just do it.
as per the plan, we'll get the child support from him. You won't have to work for the rest of your life. Whoa! What the hell? I kept quiet, trying to listen to more of this conversation that was certainly about me. Yes. We will have to see about the kids. I mean, their expenses alone are too much, she continued. Oh, and you know what? They seem to like you a lot, as they should. You are their real father, after all. Seriously, I don't know how Chris still doesn't know that he can't have children. We couldn't have found a better prey. I stopped listening after that. Their real father? I was their father, right? What kind of crap was she spewing? My
DNA
heart
test
started
time.
beating fast, and it felt like I was going to faint from shock. I needed to get out of there. I couldn't tolerate Sarah's presence anymore. I don't know what came upon me, but I drove straight to the hospital. The doctor ran some tests upon my request, and my worst fear came true. I was sterile. So what I heard was true. None of my daughters were actually mine. So that meant Sarah had been fooling me for years. I felt like throwing up. But most importantly, I actually felt my heart breaking at the thought of separating from my daughters. Sarah had been lying to me so that she could get money for child support and lead a carefree life with Kevin. Well, now I could easily prove that they weren't my daughters. And that's what I did. I filed for divorce as Sarah wanted, but when she brought up the topic of child support, I submitted my test results. The expression on her face was priceless. She must have thought that I'd never find out. Well, now she was stuck with a broke dude and 6 kids to look after. And it was clear that they had no source of income. This was my plan, to make them completely helpless. Kevin ditched Sarah at the last moment and ran off to God knows where. As for Sarah, she had no option but to give up the kids since she couldn't provide for them. This is where I came in. I adopted all the girls after proving that I had more than enough money to support them. The most tragic part, though, was Elise's reaction. The rest of the girls were too young to understand what was going on, but Elise caught on quickly. So, our real dad is that guy who used to bring us gifts? She asked dejectedly. And Mom was planning to trick you into giving her money so she could live with him? I sighed. Elise, listen to me. I'm still your dad. Nothing changes that fact, okay? Don't think about what your mom did. And forget about that Kevin dude, too. Think of the whole thing as a bad dream. They don't deserve our attention. Everything is fine now. You can relax. But Mom made a fool out of us, she exclaimed. Aren't you angry? I shook my head. She got what she deserved. There's no point talking about her anymore. However, you still miss her. No, Elise quickly cut me off. I don't miss her at all. Just thinking about her makes my blood boil. All those times, she always tried to make you look bad, saying how you were always busy with work and stuff. But the reality is, you're the only one who's still here with us. She didn't even hesitate before lying and cheating. I felt bad for Elise, but it seemed like she was mature enough to cope with everything. The best thing was that now the toxic people were out of our lives. I made it a point to spend more time with the girls now. I wasn't going to repeat the same mistake twice and neglect the only family I had.
Damn, okay. That was quick, but how long is this? Okay, that's enough. I think the next video is I don't know. Uh, I'm gonna try to find out what's the next thing I'm gonna react to, and then yeah. See you guys in the next video, and take care. Peace.